Alright everyone, I am in Cairo, Illinois. A little small city at a fascinating location, and it has a fascinating history. But sadly, the town is nearly gone. It's a near ghost town now. But we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to show you where I am. This is the very southern spot of Illinois, right here. This is Kentucky. This is Missouri. And this is the Ohio River. And this is the Mississippi. It's where they meet. This is the, from what I understand, the widest spot in the Mississippi. But Cairo is at the confluence of these two major rivers. As you probably know, the Ohio begins in Pittsburgh, winds its way through that part of the country, past Cincinnati and Louisville, Kentucky, and then it meets the Mississippi here. I found out about Cairo when I was in Pittsburgh because I saw that that's where the Ohio River begins. So I thought, well, where does it end? I read that it ends in the Mississippi, or at the Mississippi, and I was thinking there must be some kind of town right there because that would be a fantastic location, specifically in the mid to late 1800s. And sure enough, that's when I found out about Cairo. And it's true. The town has a fascinating history. But first of all, I want to show you this area from the air because it's really cool looking. So here's the drone shot right now. I am walking to a spot you saw in the drone shot. Ahead of me is the very point, southern point, I guess, if you will, of Illinois. It's right here. Now, that is the Mississippi, and it flows, kind of makes a turn here and goes that way. This is the Ohio. Quite a bit of activity here. You got a push barge there, pushing a big load. Actually got two of them. That's a really big load. But they are exiting the Ohio River and heading into the Mississippi. That way is the way towards Memphis and New Orleans. And this direction is going north towards Minneapolis. That is Cairo in the distance. Let's see if I can do a little bit of a zoom. You can see the part of the city there on the river. I will head in there shortly. I just want to take it all in because this is a really cool place. Anyway, Cairo. City full of history. Like I said, I saw it on the map and thought, this town is at the confluence of two major rivers. In the 1800s, river travel was one of the main forms of transportation. So this must have been an important city in its time, and it was. But sadly, no more. Cairo is on the verge of becoming a ghost town. I'm going to head back up to the Bronco, and I'm going to show you the town. And my hope is that once you finish this video, you will have felt like you have been there and saw this historical but now nearly dead town in Illinois. Okay, I'm back in the Bronco. You're looking at the Ohio River, and that is Kentucky across the way. I'm just going to show you via Australian Siri where I'm at. This is Kentucky. We got Missouri down here, and this is Illinois. Now I'll pull out a little bit so you can I can show you where I'm at on the map. Let's see, get a little bit farther out. Okay, you can see Chicago up there. This is Illinois, at the very bottom of Illinois, as I told you earlier. And you can see that there's kind of a little squiggle south of Illinois there, and of course that is where Cairo is. I'm going to drive into Cairo from the south here because the sun is behind me and it will look better there. But as I drive there, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the city. A lot of history. Because of its location right here where the Ohio meets the Mississippi, right there in that spot that you're looking at. This was a major transportation hub in the mid to late 1800s. Railroads came here, as you can well guess, a lot of river traffic, and the city had a booming ferry business because there were no bridges like that one you see right there. So when people needed to cross the Ohio and the Mississippi, Cairo would charge them for a ferry ride to their destination on the other side. So the city was booming, growing by triple digits every year, visited by a lot of people. Charles Dickens came here, and this is the guy that wrote Oliver Twist and Great Expectations. And after visiting here, he wasn't impressed, but it was the inspiration for one of his books. You know, I can't remember it off the top of my head. If you've read Huckleberry Finn, you'll know that this is the location or the destination for him and Jim as they made their way up the Mississippi River. The post office here in Cairo in the late 1800s was the third busiest in the United States. So the city was growing rapidly, but trains moved to Chicago. Those bridges were built, so no more use for a ferry, and the city began to die. Not badly until the 1900s. In fact, in 1920, the peak population here was 15,300, but all that business left, and the city began its downward spiral. A lot of race issues. There were lynchings in 1909. A black man was lynched here after being accused of killing a white woman. Things kept simmering here. At one time, almost half the population was black. I want to say late 1800s, early 1900s, making this city one of the highest in terms of percentage of population being black. A lot of racial strife in the 60s because blacks were being treated unfairly, and so they began boycotting white businesses. The white businesses, instead of hiring black folk, just booked, closed their shop, and left. And the city really began to die then. That was the death knell. Today there are, well, 2020 census, there were 1,733 people. A year later, in 2021, the population had dropped to 1,015, a little over 1,500 people. Let me get that spit out. An over 200 person drop, which doesn't sound like a lot, but percentage to how many people are here, that is a big population drop. At this rate, the city will be a complete ghost town in the 7 to 10 years. So, all right, so I'm back on the road heading into Cairo. I've already driven through it once from the north, but the sun is not in the right place to video in that direction, so I'm going to go in this way. But let me prepare you for it. This city is in terrible, terrible shape. So I'm going to head in and give you a good look. So here we go. Pretty bad numbers for this town. I'm going to stop somewhere and read them off to you. But let me just get into town here first. Give you a first look at it. I see a phone booth there. I wonder if that works. I'm going to guess not. Alright, I'm going to cut a left here and then drive into downtown from that direction. But I mean, you can already see for yourself that really bad decay. Hope you can see that. The sun is in the wrong spot. There's a house up here that has been completely, or is returning to nature completely. That kind of is as well. Now that is downtown in the distance, a couple streets up. I'm going to head there right now. But I saw this on the way in. Look at that. Nature has almost completely taken over that house there. Isn't that something? Again, there's a building right on Main Street. You can see it is just disintegrated. And across the street is the Cairo Fire Department. This is downtown. Believe it or not, downtown is a registered historic district. I'm going to drive in now, go up here, and then tell you a little bit more about the city in terms of its numbers. I guess that is the Chamber of Commerce, and it's where it actually is. Anyway, let me show you where I'm at. So I'm just in Cairo in the south part of the city, or south area of the city. I want to head up here, take a quick look. It's just amazing, isn't it? Wow. Let me turn around here. You can see these street lights here. Some of them are broken out. Wow, huh? I'm gonna go up here. There's a break in the levee wall here, so I'm gonna get out and take a look. Yeah, that is the Ohio River. We'll get out and look at it. Yeah, there is commercial activity here. So you can see all these push barges along the river. A bunch of them here. Look at them all. Looks like one is about to pull away right there. So there is some industry here. Yeah, these are places where the river actually rose at different times in history. 2011 it got all the way up here. But these levees, they actually protect the city. Alright, a little bit about the city as far as its economic numbers. You know it's losing a tremendous amount of population. I've already told you that. This is a poor city. 36.15% of the city lives at or below poverty. So that's over 3 times the national rate, which is 11.4. The average income per person in this town is $18,895. The average person lives on just shy of $19,000 a year. One other thing, I told you I was going to start adding this to my videos, and it is really striking here. The average home price here, $43,000. Yeah, you heard me right. Not 300, 400, 500,000 like most of the rest of the country. The average home here is worth $43,000. All right, so here I am, south of the city. I'm gonna get back out on the main street there and cruise deeper into the town. Check out a few neighborhoods. This is the main street. Gonna drive down it slowly. Immediately, what do you see though? They're always here, aren't they? Dollar General. Alright, so I'll just do a quick drive through the city. I believe that is historic Custom House. It is, built in the 1800s. One of the historic buildings in the city. It's on the National Register. They have quite a few historic buildings here. That is the Cairo Public Library. That is a historic building as well. Anyway, I'll let's make a quick cruise through here and then turn around and go back. But you're already seeing for yourself. Empty storefronts everywhere. Let's see. Almost halfway through. There is a Ford dealer here. It even sells Broncos. I was surprised to see this. It looks like it's open. Let's see, where am I at now? Yeah, about halfway through. I'll just keep our camera on so you can see for yourself. A little bit of everything there. What I had read is that that there has not been a home built here, a private home, in over 50 years. Grocery store closed 20 years ago. Hospital closed in the late 80s. There's just nothing here. I don't know what people do for food and groceries. It's kind of a surprise that there is a car dealer here, but none of those businesses that you expect, grocery stores, etc., here. Yeah. So I'm going to go up here. I've given you a look-see of the main street, and we'll just explore some of the neighborhoods a little bit. But let's hang on. Let's get through the end of town here. It's very close. That's something, isn't it? I think this train ride is, yeah. So you can see I am exiting the town now. So I'm going to go up here. and turn around. But this is a pretty cool sight coming into the city, so I'm going to show you this. I'm going to go up here, turn around, like I said, and I'll show you the town coming in this way, and we'll check out some of the sights and the neighborhoods. I wanted to show you what it looks like entering the city from the north. I've got this big Cairo sign, railroad going up ahead or above. Okay. This is closed. Hot wings, fried chicken, lottery checks cashed. But it's no more. And across the street here is a former motel. Yeah, you can see I'm still in the northern section of the city. Would you look at this? No dumping, work in progress. Look at how the doors are open. That's amazing, isn't it? Wow. Alright, I'm turning off into one of the side streets here. You can see, alright, there I am. And holy cow. But you haven't seen anything yet. Look at that. I don't know if that house burned or the wood rotted and it is just literally disintegrating into the ground where it sits. But holy cow. This one's not much better. Again, being reclaimed by nature. Whew. Wow. Now we got some occupied houses here. I'm seeing this for the first time, just like you guys. Wow. There's a row of houses here. What? There's 4 of them. 3 of them are abandoned. This one looks like someone may live there, even though I don't see a car or anything. Huh. And then we see some pretty nice houses here. Right here and here. And really, this is a nice looking street. With the brick and the trees. Okay, you can see I'm kind of in the middle of the city. A couple of houses on the historic district here, or on the National Register. I'm gonna get out and take a look at this one. It's called River Lore, and that is beautiful. It's not in super great shape. Yeah, but you can tell this was some kind of home in its day. This 1865 mansion, wow, so it's old, built by William Halliday, purchased by the city of Cairo in 1999 to be preserved. It is on the National Register. Okay, there you go. That's a beauty. Yeah, this is Washington that I'm on. There is another historic home there. Through those trees, I'm going to go there now. Now, I've been on Washington Street here the last few little cuts, and I looked it up. This is what's called Millionaires Row here in Cairo. So that's why you're seeing all these huge houses, some of which are in great shape, some of which are not. Here across the street, there's some that are. Like that one right there. And next door to it is Magnolia House. I'm gonna go right there right now, but yeah, how about that one? Big beautiful house here on Millionaires Row. But anyway, there's Magnolia House. I'm going to pull up there and take a look at it. This is Magnolia Manor, this mansion. It's one of the landmarks here. Built, let's see my notes here. It's built in 1869, and my understanding that the house, it has 14 rooms, but each of the walls are 10 inches thick. They were designed that way to help keep out the dampness. So a unique home. Okay, Magnolia Manor, historic mansion, built 1869. Tours daily, 9 a.m. to 4:30. I see there's the Bronco over there. I wonder how many tours are actually given. And I have to be perfectly honest with you guys. This building is on the National Registry and has been restored. That is a matter of opinion, I'm going to say, because while beautiful, it is not in great condition. You see rust on the railing here. There is a hornet or wasp nests up there in the corner right in the middle of the frame, and these eaves, these overhangs are filthy. Yeah, it's kind of a damn shame, isn't it? It should be kept up more than that, but you know, let's not kid ourselves. A town losing population like this has got a hardcore shrinking of the tax base, and there just probably isn't any money. There's a couple more houses here. Whoa. I guess you better go this way. This one is in good shape, but boy, the one next door isn't. Huge home. It just blows me away seeing these huge homes just sitting here, boarded up, empty. That's the craziest thing. Now we have residents here in these. Wow. Alright, there's Washington Street. I'm heading towards the main street again. I want to stop and get a quick look at that. The Lord Jesus Christ lives in this town. Well, there you go. So I'm going to head to the main street. Alright, I'm back out on Main Street here. I think I'll go across the street. Let's see what's over here. Now, I'll give you an idea of our location. There's that car dealership, the Ford dealer. And we got a car wash here. And then an empty building. There's a church. I guess that's an operation. First praise. Wow. Alright, I'm on the southern edge of town here. Big, beautiful house. Wow. Heading back towards the main street. Whoa. Look at that house. That's beautiful. Beautiful house. Yeah, there's a guy coming out then. Hope he doesn't mind that a lot of people will see his house. You know, in 10 years, these houses will be completely gone. Yes, there's a house in there. Huh. Yeah, I just turned off Main Street. I'm close to downtown, kind of where I started. It's just astonishing. Let's see, I believe this is the street. Nope, I need to go one more. Ah, there's a house in there, believe it or not. It's in there. God, I guess, does somebody live here? I hope not. Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, there's no way anybody lives in that. Okay, so about where I'm going to end the video. Ahead of you is downtown. The entrance to downtown that I showed in the beginning of this video. Yeah, so there's that again. Nicole will be in the videos moving forward. I know some of you have been wondering where she is. I just don't really take her to places like this. I just don't want to. But so she's getting a lot of stuff done, you know, around the hotel, organizational stuff. Anyway, she will be in the videos from now on. We are heading into Kentucky next, so be looking for that.